Evaluating logarithmic expressions. So we will evaluate really just means to calculate, right? We're giving all numbers on this side. We just want to figure out what is the output value. Uh, I'll show you the quick and easy way, and then we'll also look at sort of why that is the answer as we go through these. So first of all, we can use Desmos. We have access to this during exams and everything. This is the best way to learn. We want to just type this, and we're not going to graph it. There's no variables, but Desmos, the graphing part also works as a scientific calculator. What we're going to do is we're going to come here, we're going to go to functions, and we're going to scan down, what do they call this, scroll down, I guess, actually, until we find logarithms, calculus under here. Log base A. Okay, so that's the one we want. This log up here is a base 10, and you can't put a other bases on it. Natural log is a base E, base 10, that's a common log, and here's the any other log. So it's got a place for us to put the base. We'll put that, log base 8 of 64, and we get our answer that it equals 2. So we could just put that and we're done. That's it. And I'm going to come back afterwards. Same thing with log. So while we're here, we just say, okay, let's change this to the second one. That's log base 3. Oops. Make sure you're down on the log base. Oops. Maybe I deleted. Oh, looks like I messed it up. Okay. So we restart. It changed it to a common log and wouldn't let me put the base there. So you just, get experience using it. Here it is, 3, and then 1 divided by, I use the backspace thing, 27, or you could use the division here, and we'll see that that's going to be negative 3. So it calculates it, gives it to us right here. And most of these things that I'm sharing with you, I learned from students by working with them during office hours and stuff. So you just play around and you learn these things. Now let me explain sort of analytically or whatever, why those are the right answers is sort of another way to look at it. So log base 8 of 64. Another way we could calculate this is looking at the base of 8. Is 64 some power of 8? Well, yes, it is. 8 times 8 is 64. So I could rewrite this as log base 8 of 8 squared, right? 64 is 8 squared. And notice the answer that we ended up with is exactly the exponent. So that's what a logarithm does. A log base 8 is the answer to a logarithm is the exponent that would go on the base to give us the answer. It's kind of a convoluted way of thinking of it, but the answer to a logarithm question is always an exponent. And so what we can see is we can double check it. Is this really the right answer? Well, if we take 8 squared, we should get 64. And in fact, we do. Okay, so notice this is by changing the logarithm to an exponential. We see how things are connected here. Same thing happened down here. Log base 3 of 1 over 27 equals negative 3. So what we're thinking is 1 over 27, is that some kind of a base 3 number? Well, 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 times 3 is 27, hopefully. So 3 times 3, so 3 to the third equals 27. Since the 27 is in the denominator, think of it this way, 1 over 3 to the third. To move it up, oops, not really equals there, 3 base 3, so that's one way to write it, right? So we'd also think of this as log base 3. We can move this up to the numerator as 3 to the negative 3. That's another way to write. And as you see, the exponent of negative 3 is our answer to the logarithm. So you can do it that way, depending upon what your number sense is, and seeing that 27 is 3 to the third, and it's in the denominator, so it should be negative. But we've also got over here where we can plug it in and we get it, the solution here. And I think doing both is really a good idea. Once you see the answer, you can see, oh, that must mean that if I take 27 to the negative third power, I get 1 over 27. And you can just try that here. 3 raised to the negative 3 power. Now the thing is it gives me this number. How do I know that's 1 over 27? Well, Desmos keeps updating. I can put that as a fraction if I click here. A few little tools, right? That means turn it to a fraction. Oh, I don't want the fraction. There's the decimal. Cool, right? A lot of things you can do with Desmos. Anyway, there's our answers, and we're good to go on this one. Thanks.